Everyone, welcome to another episode of Clicked, where we sit down with some of Deltek's best and brightest SDRs and find out what makes them so successful. Today, we're joined by Kate Mailer, who is an SDR in our UK office. Hey, Kate, welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thanks for joining us. I really appreciate it. So let's jump right in. Kate, tell us what brought you to Deltek.
Yeah, sure. So prior to Deltek, I actually worked in recruitment, and it was purely sales recruitment as well. And all of the roles that I worked on were in the tech industry. And after speaking to so many individuals within the tech industry and within sales positions, it was just so clear there was so much money being pumped into this market, not only on these job adverts that I was posting, but also some of the deals that people were closing were skywards of £1 million or dollars, whatever it may be. And I just thought this is a space I need to be in, it's ever growing. So I started doing some research as to what sort of vendors there were in Nottingham, and I came across Deltek, and I wasn't actually too keen on Deltek, or I was a bit unsure at the beginning because it was told to me you're going to be selling into construction, and I was like, I know nothing about construction. I know nothing about bricks, cement, all that. How am I going to sell into this industry? But I wanted to have my sort of ducks lined up in a row before I made any decisions. And it's when I went for the interview to do my presentation, I was actually 15 minutes late. So I was so stressed and worked up even. But then when I was rushing through this presentation, and before I could even finish the first slide, Matt Pettit said, Kate, slow down, take a chill pill, restart, go again. And I've never had that sort of courteous in an interview before, and I just thought it was really fair of him. And I thought, if this is the sort of management style I'm going to be sat under whilst learning about the construction industry, then it's going to be a breeze. And it really was, and it's been the best decision I ever made.
That's awesome. Well, we are so glad that you joined us. Last month, you had an incredible month, obtained 190%, 190 to SAO goal. How did you do that?
I think it's just from following my two main daily drivers, really, and that's progression and mindset, and they sort of mold into one. But starting with mindset, I'm a big believer about taking responsibility for my own success, and I like I said, I've got aspirations to progress within Deltek, and the only way I'm going to progress is through being successful. So how is my success managed? Through hitting my number and getting those SAOs, and it's as black and white as that for me. And I really enjoy working for Deltek. I think it's a fantastic company. So not only do I feel a responsibility for myself to get me one step closer to that, to being promoted, but also to do my job. I'm here to hit a certain number of meetings per month, and if I don't do that, then I just feel unsuccessful. So just keeping on top of that. And March was also the last month of the 3 months required to progress in SDR Advance. So I was working towards completing standard level SDR, and the extra meetings weren't going to be accounted for in April or anything. So I thought, let's just go for it. Let's not give anybody a reason to question whether I should be a senior SDR or not. And then I became a senior SDR in April, and it was all paid off.
Well, congratulations on that. That's fantastic. Look, we know that the SDR role can be a bit repetitive at times. How do you stay motivated?
So for me, it's definitely my colleagues. This pandemic has been a massive changer to my working environment. I'm very much an extrovert, and I very much enjoy collaboration in person and working with individuals, not only just within the sales department, but also, people in customer care, marketing, account management, etc. That whole collaboration piece you get in the office, we didn't get whilst we were at home. So just keeping in contact with my colleagues on a daily basis, just 15 minutes a day, catching up, etc. It's just been a massive player. But also finding the time to really get interested in the market I'm selling into. That was a big thing as well. Really understanding what these people are looking for and what they need. So it was just keeping in touch with colleagues, and I joined the Social Collective as well in January 2021, and that's been an absolute whirlwind. Getting to know SDRs and managers across the globe has been fantastic, and it's hopefully people are seeing the payoff, and I think they are, but it's been really loads of fun.
I agree with you. I think the collaboration piece and the culture piece tie in so well together.
Massively. And I think Deltek has a really good culture as well. And it's quite difficult to get that whilst remote, but I think people are really trying their best to get that to come across whilst we are all from home.
Absolutely. So our final question for you, when did it all just click?
I think there's been several times where it sort of just clicked, but in steps. So I started off selling PIM. And then the pandemic, and that was, I joined in the October, was selling PIM, and then the pandemic hit in March. And I thought I've got my first click just before the pandemic hit. And then obviously everybody's markets were just blown out by this pandemic. So that was hard. And then I switched over to PPM in June, and it took me all of June, July and August to suss out PPM. And then in September, I thought, I can actually sell this product. I know what it's doing. But then only recently, I would say February, did it actually click for me on a bigger scale, where I thought, I know what these people are looking for. I know how I can solve their business issues. And I know how we as a company can help them with our tools and talk to them about the daily struggles that they're going through, and what our tools can do for them. So that was a big thing for me as well. So there's been several times it's clicked, but the February one was probably my favorite. Just I feel more mature and ready to have those conversations with prospects.
Well, Kate, it's been a pleasure having you here today. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you everyone for watching another episode of Clicked. Bye now.